Grand Rise. It is Thursday, and I want to speak to you briefly again on white collar because I noticed that on the first part of white collar workers, white collar jobs, I called application software developer, application database developer, and those are those guys, people that designs application for for example, some of them design word processors, spreadsheets, games, and database. And the average salary is the median salary, annual salary is $100,080. um, and you in that area, in that particular venture, you have like probably 831,300 people that works in that. So that tells you that there's not a lot of work going on. And I mean, as opposed to 9 billion people, that's not a lot of people in that in those executive positions. And that's one of the things that we want to keep in mind about white collar work. And as you see, I've got my master's degree uh, uniform robe on. These are what we got when I received my master's in science education. And excuse me, I had to briefly think for a minute because I am going through a few medical things, and I think it sort of affects my timing on what processes in my head. I spoke about it previously in one of the other videos, and I'm multitasking this morning, so I'm going to be brief. And I just wanted to. They always say that a picture's worth 1,000 words, so this is my picture for you this morning. Going to school, getting education. If you want to be into the white collar work, and as we said, those are administrative positions, and usually they require these types of work require a lot of brains, and we call them brainiac, something like that. And excuse me, if you want to know more about this, you can Google it, and because this is where I got this information here. Because white collar, most of us who are from ghetto areas and poverty and stuff, we really don't know a lot about computer sciences and NASA technology and big time things like this. But I'm going to share what I did find, that accounting and auditing is one of the white collar jobs, and they prepare financial statement and examines financial records to make sure that they are in order for their taxes and that sort of thing, and that you in their average median salary is 68,150 annually. And there's about 271,900 people that work in that position. And then also, these positions are grows usually each year to, like, they add 20% more or 10-15% more people to those work areas. And market research analyst is one of the is a white collar job. Information security analyst, management consultant, and financial manager, medical or health service manager, and personal financial advisor, civil engineers, operations research analysts. And like I say, if you want to know more about that, just Google it, and they'll give you the 15 top positions in white collar. And excuse me, it's raining here, so there's a little nasty bug in the ear. So if you want to know more about that, as I said, you can just Google that. Mother Google is always there to help us in our furthering our education, and thank you, Mother Google. I really appreciate your work, and everyone else who does all of the brainiac stuff, because the brains is really important. Uh, if you all have time and you're interested, you might want to watch a movie called Atlas Shrugged. And that is a movie about all of the geniuses who are in big corporations and what they do and how that at a time they get tired and they pull out, and all the electricity and all of the other high tech stuff is withdrawn from the world because so we really need to be interested in a little bit of everything, but that movie I thought was very interesting because what if the brainiacs decide, okay, we're going to pull out of here, we're going to take our skills and move to another place, and that's how we're going to do this thing, and then those of us who are in white collar, who do the common labor, not saying that we can't make it, because we have made it before with a little bit of nothing, you know what I'm saying? But these things are important, and I thank the Most High for those people who do work in those wonderful white collar areas where they're doing to engineering and financial managing and just practically running the country through the through the mental psychological processing, and because it has to be put to physical too, so it takes a lot of education, and I want to encourage you, do not stop your education because you got a little something going on for yourself, and you think, oh, this is all I'll ever need. No, it's always wise and helpful to advance our education, to get as much as we can out of studying and learning, and just always be ready to receive, and when someone tells me something, and I excuse me, I have my master's in science education, which, like I say, this is our robe that we wore, doing it has all this stuff, behind and everything. It's real pretty, and I mean, it's got a bunch of old stuff hanging back there and everything, so I guess they don't want us to get too big heads, so they let the big head part hang back there, it's real pretty. But every day I like learning something, and sometimes I don't make as much progress in my daily time because I don't, evaluate and check it like I should. Like, okay, this week what did I learn? Let me review it. Let me make sure that I have it. But I was saying before I interrupted myself, and that is that when someone has something to share with me, and even if it's something I made a mistake, I was like, well, hey, just one more of the billions of mistakes I made, so I don't get the big head. I'm not insulted when someone say, oh girl, you ain't even call that word right. What was you trying to say? I just laugh. I just laugh and say, well, you know what? That's just one word out of the Virgintilian words, and that's a long number. Like I think it's got like 24 zeros behind it. You know what I'm saying? That power length, So whenever I make a mistake, I realize that out of the billions of things in the world, there's just no way that Berdine know everything. She does not know everything. I know I don't know everything. So when someone helps me and reminds me that I made an error or made a mistake, I'm happy about it because I'm like, okay, yeah, I can do better next time. See, I don't have to make that same mistake. And to make that, if you can do something better, why don't you do something better? What is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? That you'd rather do something incorrectly when that's not the standard or the socially acceptable way to do it. You understand? So we're learning every day, and I shout out to you, white collars, and I wish I had a little song for you, but I'm recovering from surgery. I had there was a catheter left in my arm accidentally, so I'm recovering from that, and so there's I'm not able to, but I do intend to be moving toward progress. I do intend to be developing toward all types of learning and preparing myself to be a better me in every way, So, like, is with that, I'm gonna have to close out because, as I said, I'm multitasking and I got something else I should be doing right now. I love you guys, and I appreciate you for taking your time out to pay attention to what I'm saying and what I have to say to you. And I hope you be safe wherever you are on this Thursday, because it's raining, like I said, a little bit here, and this is a beautiful day though in my neighborhood as always, and I'm so grateful to be here, to be able to talk to you a few seconds, and I'm wishing you the very best today. And so until next time, I was supposed to be talking about the white collar, but as I said, if you were more interested in white collar jobs, just Google it. Mother Google's waiting there for you. She's, that's the job. Well, we can say father if you want to, because I don't want to be the kind of person that put a war between the sexes, and everything. So I'll see you next time. God bless. Bye bye.